Togoza, Gogo.
Togoza.
Welcome.
Thank you.
I mean, I'm excited to talk about your work, your journey, and some of your experiences and your products, of course, we're going to get to. But let's talk about your name. The process of, is it receiving a name or uncovering a name? Discovering that process of being named what your name. Tell us the significance in your story.
Okay, what happened is before I had a dream of this particular name, which is Skhotheni. So for me, it was weird because I didn't know the meaning. Because the word Skhotheni, it's like a hobo, you know? And then few years later, after I've discovered my gift, this person popped up again. That, hi, I'm still Skhotheni. So now it was through a dream. And then it was when I went to become a Sangoma that this name came about.
Right.
And then I had to embrace it. It's a different name. It's a different name. I think I'm the only Skhotheni in South Africa.
I haven't heard that before.
No, you'll never find another one.
And so is it related to that specific ancestor who walks with you?
Yes, Skhotheni is someone who used to be alone. He would just go and look for herbs and mix them and give it to people for free. And then he would just come back home. Wow. So that's what I do. That's why I share these videos for free, that people must mix this and that. And then they come with a solution.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Along that path, but in modern times, you're doing the same thing?
I'm still doing the same thing. So that's why I give videos for free and tell people what is it that they should do to prevent themselves from stuff that are happening around them.
So I'm sure this is a question you've been asked before about, you know, growing up, Izangoma or even Sanusis or, you know, whoever operates in Dumbeni is like shrouded in secrecy, right? And I'm feeling more and more and more, we're out in the open, there are reality shows and yourself on social media. I'm sure you've been asked, how do you toe the line? Or is there even a line? Is it something that, you know, is so much normal in our African culture that what are you hiding?
There is a line.
Okay.
But that line is only known by people who are traditional healers. But it's not a secret to us, but it's a secret to the world, to people who hasn't discovered the gift. But what I can say is the reason why, I don't think we were secret, but I think we were ashamed of who we are. We didn't want to embrace our calling. So I think there's a difference between being secretive and being shy. So now everyone is out in the open. Everyone is embracing this gift. Everyone wants to listen and they're going back to their roots. So it's amazing.
It really is amazing.
It's amazing.
And I'm so glad that you mentioned that we were ashamed and we were shy. And part of historical context is to help us understand why. Because there were laws in place in apartheid South Africa that prohibited people like yourselves from operating, people who are African from consulting, from, you know, being a part of our culture. The law in our country prohibited that. So of course, the psychology is going to follow.
But if we go back to the Bible itself, it says in Genesis, the word, God created heaven and earth and everything that is in it. So there's nothing wrong that we're doing because we're taking the herbs that were created by him. We're using it, you know. I don't think there's anything wrong. The only thing that I'm trying to promote her is that we must respect each other's beliefs. Because even in 1 John, he said in the beginning it was the word was with God, the word was God. So everything that he said in Genesis, he created it and we're using it. So I don't think we're doing anything wrong.
Yes, I have a real sense of that interconnectivity. But what do you say? Because I don't know if I've met a person with your calling mentioning, dropping Bible verses like you're dropping Bible verses. And I know amongst the grandchildren in your home, it was almost a surprise that you'd be chosen to carry on the gift because you were that #1 powered up for Jesus Christian.
Yes, people who know me from my childhood, they will tell you I'm a prayer warrior. I still do. I still believe in God because everything I achieved from then until now, it's by his mercy and grace upon my life. So I'm not going to change that. And also, I don't want to change who I am. I'm accommodating both parties. What I can say is we as Sangomas, we gave the people the wrong impact about our calling, that you don't have to touch a Sangoma, you don't have to hug a Sangoma. sangoma, it's like there's something you're taking away from us. We gave that to the community. So now when the community gives it back to us that we're practicing witchcraft, we take it personal, but we are the one that gave it to them. That you don't do this with the sangoma, you don't play with the sangoma, you don't talk like that with the sangoma. We're human. We just have an extra gift that we need to heal the people.
How interesting.
So we gave them that mindset.
Yeah.
So now it is difficult when people call us witches.